Welcome back. If you're a coin collector or just curious about the hidden treasures in your pocket change, you're in the right place. Today, we're diving into the world of the Monticello Jefferson nickel, those shiny 5-cent coins that might be worth a lot more than you think. Let's explore the top 10 most valuable Monticello Jefferson nickels in today's market. Make sure to stick around until the end, as we have some tips on how to assess the value of your coins. Let's get started. First up, we're exploring one of the most sought-after and valuable nickels in the coin world, the 1944 Monticello Jefferson nickel with the large S mint mark in extra fine condition. So, buckle up. We're going to break down why this nickel, minted nearly 80 years ago, is attracting serious attention and big dollars in the auction markets right now. To really understand why the 1944 Jefferson nickel holds such significant value, we need to step back in time to World War II. In 1944, the United States was in the middle of the war, and like many other nations, it faced a shortage of essential materials, including nickel, which was needed for the war effort. To conserve nickel, the US Mint began producing Jefferson nickels using an alloy made of 35% silver, 56% copper, and 9% manganese, often referred to as war nickels. But here's where it gets interesting. The mint mark on these war nickels, especially the ones with the large S from the San Francisco Mint, became particularly significant for collectors. Not all war nickels are created equal. That large S mint mark above Monticello on the reverse side is what makes the 1944 Jefferson nickel stand out, and even more so if it's in extra fine condition. The design of the Jefferson nickel features the profile of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse, designed by Felix Schlag, with Monticello Jefferson's Virginia estate on the reverse. But it's not just the design that makes the 1944 S Jefferson nickel valuable, it's the rarity. There are two key factors that make this coin so special: its historical context as a wartime silver nickel and the large S mint mark. The San Francisco Mint produced fewer of these nickels compared to other mints, making it a scarcer item in high grades like extra fine. Roughly 21 million of these coins were minted in San Francisco, which may sound like a lot, but when you consider the millions that have been lost or damaged over the years, finding one in pristine, extra fine condition becomes a challenge, and collectors are willing to pay big money for them. Now, when it comes to coins, condition is everything. Even a small difference in grading can mean hundreds, if not thousands of dollars in value. An extra fine condition coin is one where you can still see sharp details, especially around Jefferson's profile and the Monticello building. On a 1944 Jefferson nickel in XF condition, you'll want to look for clear, sharp lines on Monticello's dome and the stairs below it. If those features are still well-defined, you're looking at a coin that could fetch a high price in today's market. When inspecting your nickel, pay close attention to the lettering, the mint mark, and any noticeable wear on Jefferson's face. The less wear, the better. Alright, let's get to the good stuff. How much is the 1944 Monticello Jefferson nickel with the large S mint mark worth today? As of 2024, these coins are pulling in some serious cash at auctions and in private sales. Coins in extra fine condition are typically valued between $450,000, but if you have a near mint state specimen, you could be looking at $600,000. And of course, if you have a truly pristine, uncirculated coin, the sky's the limit, with some selling for over $700,000 at high-end auctions. And here's the kicker: prices are on the rise as more collectors enter the market, and high-grade war nickels, especially with the large S mint mark, are becoming harder to find. So, if you've got one of these coins tucked away, now might be the time to have it appraised or even sell it at auction. As you can see from the trend, these coins have appreciated significantly in value over the past decade, and many experts believe they still have room to grow as collectors seek out rare World War II-era coins. So how do you get your hands on one of these valuable nickels? Or if you already have one, how can you make sure you're maximizing its potential value? Handle with care. Always handle your coins by the edges and avoid touching the faces with your fingers. Oils from your skin can damage the surface and reduce the coin's value. Stay updated. Keep an eye on auction sites and coin shows. Prices for coins, especially those with historical significance, can fluctuate, and staying informed will help you know when it's the right time to buy or sell. That's all for today, folks. I hope you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of the 1944 Monticello Jefferson nickel with the large S mint mark. It's amazing how a simple nickel can hold so much history and value. Next up, explore one specific coin that's gained significant attention in the market: the 1964 Monticello Jefferson nickel, particularly the ones with the D mint mark and in black color shade condition. You might be surprised by their value today, so stick around. First, let's take a moment to appreciate the history behind this iconic coin. The Monticello Jefferson nickel was first introduced in 1938, featuring a portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and an image of his estate, Monticello, on the reverse. This design pays tribute to one of America's founding fathers and the third president of the United States. The 1964 nickel is especially noteworthy because it marks the end of a particular era in U.S. coinage. In 1965, the mint began to phase out the use of silver in circulating coins, making the 1964 nickel one of the last coins struck with silver content, before the change to a copper-nickel alloy. Now, let's talk about the mint mark. The D mint mark on the 1964 nickel indicates that it was produced at the Denver Mint. Coins from different mints can vary in value based on their rarity and condition. The 1964 D nickel is often sought after by collectors, especially when it comes to the condition of the coin. When we refer to the black color shade condition, we're talking about a unique visual appeal that can arise due to toning or other environmental factors. Collectors often seek coins that have a distinct look, and those in excellent condition can command a higher price. So what's the current market value of the 1964 Monticello Jefferson nickel with a D mint mark in black color shade condition? Prices can vary significantly based on several factors, including the coin's grade and the current market demand. As of today, you can expect to see these coins ranging anywhere from $300,000. For example, a 1964 D nickel in uncirculated condition with the right color tone could fetch upwards of $400,000 or more at auction. Investing in coins can be a fascinating and potentially lucrative hobby. Rare coins often appreciate in value over time, making them not just a collector's item but also an investment. Additionally, owning pieces of history adds a unique element to the collecting experience. Many collectors share stories of their most prized coins and how they came to acquire them. Whether it's through family connections, coin shows, or online auctions, the journey of collecting can be just as rewarding as the value of the coins themselves. In conclusion, the 1964 Monticello Jefferson nickel with a D mint mark is more than just a piece of currency. It's a collectible with historical significance and potential value. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting, these nickels are worth keeping an eye on. Next up, the 1953 Monticello Jefferson nickel, particularly the ones with the D mint mark. What makes this 5-cent coin so valuable? The Monticello Jefferson nickel was first minted in 1938, featuring a portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and Monticello, his Virginia estate, on the reverse. The 1953 issue is particularly interesting, especially the versions minted in Denver, marked with a D. Why is the 1953 D nickel so sought after? It boils down to rarity and demand. While millions were produced, the 1953 D has become increasingly rare in high-grade conditions, particularly those with vibrant color and minimal wear. The condition of a coin significantly affects its value. Coins graded as uncirculated can fetch impressive prices. As of now, a 1953 D Jefferson nickel in top condition can command anywhere from $800,000, depending on market demand and collector interest. Current market trends indicate that prices for the 1953 D nickel have been rising steadily. Collectors are becoming more interested in this particular coin, making it a wise investment for anyone looking to build a valuable collection. Next up, the 1962 Jefferson nickel with a D mint mark. We'll explore its unique features, market value, and why collectors are so eager to add this coin to their collections. Jefferson nickel was first introduced in 1938, featuring the profile of President Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and Monticello, his iconic Virginia home, on the reverse. This nickel has undergone various changes throughout its history, but today we're focusing specifically on the 1962 issue. What makes the 1962 Jefferson nickel particularly interesting is its D mint mark, which indicates it was produced at the Denver Mint this year. Also saw a variety of coins struck with unique characteristics, particularly those in exceptional red color shade condition. These coins are often referred to as red due to their vibrant, uncirculated finish. As of today, the market value for a 1962 Jefferson nickel in red color shade can range dramatically. While average circulated coins may only be worth $300,000, those in gem uncirculated condition can fetch upwards of $550,000 or even more at auction. The exact price can vary based on factors like rarity, demand, and the specific grade assigned by professional grading services. If you're looking to buy or sell a 1962 Jefferson nickel, there are several avenues to explore. Coin shows, online marketplaces like eBay, and local coin shops can provide opportunities to connect with fellow collectors and assess the value of your coins. Always ensure you have your coins appraised by a professional to get the best value. Conclusion: the 1962 Jefferson nickel with a D mint mark in red color shade is more than just a 5-cent coin. It's a piece of American history that holds significant value for collectors today. If you have one in your possession, you might just be sitting on a small fortune. Next up, explore the Monticello Jefferson nickel from 1978 without a mint mark, its unique characteristics, and why it holds significant value in today's market. So, if you've got some of these nickels tucked away, you might want to stick around. First, let's take a quick look at the history of the Jefferson nickel. Struck for the first time in 1938, this coin was designed by Felix Schlag and has been a staple of American currency ever since. The nickel features a portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and Monticello, his iconic Virginia estate, on the reverse. Throughout the years, the nickel has undergone several design changes, but one thing remains consistent: the commitment to honoring Jefferson's legacy in American history. Now, let's zero in on the 1978 Jefferson nickel. This year is particularly interesting because it was struck without a mint mark, which indicates it was produced at the Philadelphia Mint. Collectors pay close attention to these coins due to their rarity in higher grades. Coins are graded on a scale from poor to mint state, and today we're specifically discussing nickels in extra fine condition. An extra fine coin has minimal wear, with clear details and a strong overall appearance. The 1978 Jefferson nickel in this condition is much sought after. So, what's the big deal about this nickel in today's market? Well, collectors are willing to pay top dollar for these coins, especially those in extra fine condition. As of now, the market value for a 1978 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark can range from $350,000 depending on its condition and any unique characteristics it may have. Some rare examples have even sold for upwards of $500,000 at auction. This value is driven by collector demand, rarity, and the overall condition of the coin. If you think you might have one of these nickels, here are a few tips for collectors. First, always handle your coins with care. Use gloves to prevent oils from your skin from damaging the surface. Store them in a cool, dry place in protective holders to preserve their condition. Also, consider getting your coins graded by a professional service. A certified grade can significantly enhance the coin's value and marketability. Thinking of buying or selling? You can find these nickels at various places, including online auction sites like eBay or through coin dealers. It's essential to do your research and ensure you're dealing with reputable sellers. Visiting local coin shops or coin shows can also be a great way to connect with other collectors and find valuable coins. In conclusion, the 1978 Monticello Jefferson nickel without a mint is a valuable piece of American history that collectors are eager to find. If you have one in your collection, you might be sitting on a hidden treasure. Next up, the 1963 Monticello Jefferson nickel, specifically those with a D mint mark in uncirculated condition. These 5-cent coins may seem ordinary at first glance, but they hold significant value in today's market. If you're a coin collector or just curious about coin values, stay tuned. First, let's take a quick look at the history of the Jefferson nickel. Minted since 1938, the nickel features a portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and Monticello on the reverse. The coin was designed by Felix Schlag, and it pays tribute to one of America's founding fathers and the architect of his own home, Monticello. By 1963, the design had been around for over 25 years, but it still captured the essence of American heritage. The coin is made from a copper-nickel alloy, giving it a distinct appearance. But let's talk specifics. Why are the 1963 D mint mark nickels particularly noteworthy? The mint mark, in this case D, indicates that this coin was struck at the Denver Mint. Mint marks are crucial in determining a coin's rarity and value. In 1963, approximately 124 million Jefferson nickels were minted at the Denver facility. However, not all of these coins are created equal. While many of them circulated, only a fraction were preserved in uncirculated condition. This is where collectors start to take notice. So, what does uncirculated condition mean? In coin collecting, uncirculated refers to coins that have never been used in commerce. They show no signs of wear and retain their original luster and detail. Collectors often seek uncirculated coins because they represent the highest quality and craftsmanship from the mint. The 1963 D Jefferson nickel, when found in this pristine condition, becomes a prized possession. Now, let's get to the exciting part, the market value. As of today, an uncirculated 1963 D Jefferson nickel can command a significant price. Depending on the condition, you might see prices ranging from $600,000 or more at auctions or from reputable dealers. This price can fluctuate based on demand, so it's always wise to check current listings if you're considering buying or selling. There are also grading systems, such as the Sheldon scale, that can help determine a coin's value based on its condition. If you think you might have one of these valuable coins, here's how to spot it. First, check the mint mark. Look for the D on the reverse, just to the right of Monticello. Then, inspect the coin for any signs of wear. The 1963 Monticello Jefferson nickel with a D mint mark in uncirculated condition is more than just a 5-cent coin. It's a piece of history with tangible value today. Whether you're looking to collect, invest, or just learn more about coins, the world of numismatics offers endless opportunities. Next up, the 1967 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark. If you've ever come across this coin, you might be surprised to learn about its significant market value today. So let's explore why this particular nickel is so special. First, let's take a closer look at the coin itself. The 1967 Jefferson nickel is a 5-cent piece that features the iconic image of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse or front side, and Monticello, the famed home of Jefferson, on the reverse. One of the interesting aspects of this coin is its lack of a mint mark. This means it was produced at the Philadelphia Mint, which didn't put any identifying mark on these nickels in that year. Now, let's discuss the condition. Coins can vary widely in value based on their condition. The 1967 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark can range from heavily worn to nearly uncirculated. The condition greatly affects its value in the market. Coins that retain their original luster and show minimal wear are considered higher grade and are much more valuable. Interestingly, some collectors have noted a yellowish hue in certain 1966 Jefferson nickels. This could be due to environmental factors or specific storage conditions. While this color shade may attract some collectors, the primary factor remains the coin's overall condition. So, what is the market value of the 1967 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark? As of today, these coins can fetch anywhere from $100,000 depending on their grade. In general, a well-preserved nickel in uncirculated condition can be valued at around $200,000. However, rare instances of this coin in excellent condition can soar to over $380,000 in the collector's market. But what makes this particular nickel so appealing to collectors? First and foremost, it's the history and design. The Jefferson nickel has been in circulation since 1938 and is a beloved piece of American numismatic history. Collectors often seek out coins that tell a story or represent a specific era. Additionally, the lack of a mint mark adds an element of rarity that can significantly increase interest among collectors. Next up, the 1942 Monticello Jefferson nickel without a mint mark. If you're a collector or just curious about coins, stick around as we uncover why this nickel is considered a big deal in today's market. The Monticello nickel was first minted in 1938 to honor the third president of the United States, Thomas Jefferson, designed by Felix Schlag. The coin features a portrait of Jefferson on the obverse and an image of his home, Monticello, on the reverse. It quickly became a favorite among collectors. Now, let's focus on the 1942 nickel. This particular year is significant for a couple of reasons. First, it was produced during World War II, a time when metals were scarce. Although this nickel is primarily made of copper and nickel, its design and historical context make it particularly interesting. 1942 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark was minted in Philadelphia, where no mint mark was used at that time. This nickel is easily recognizable by its classic design, but it's the condition that really determines its value. Assessing the value of a coin like the 1942 Jefferson nickel, the condition is everything. Coins are graded on a scale from poor to mint state, and extra fine condition means the coin shows minor wear, but its details are still sharp and clearly visible. These coins are often well cared for, which contributes significantly to their value. How much is a 1942 Monticello Jefferson nickel worth today? In extra fine condition, these nickels can range significantly in price. As of now, you might see them selling anywhere from $300,000. However, rarer versions or those in exceptional condition can fetch upwards of $450,000 or more at auctions. If you're looking to add this nickel to your collection, here are some tips. Always handle coins by the edges to avoid fingerprints and oils that can degrade their condition. Store them in protective holders or capsules to keep them safe from scratches and environmental damage. And remember, do your research. Prices can fluctuate based on market trends, so stay informed. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting, the 1942 Monticello Jefferson nickel is a fascinating piece of American history. Its combination of affordability and collectible value makes it a great addition to any collection. Next up, the 1954 Monticello nickel without a mint mark. You might be surprised to learn just how much value this 5-cent coin holds in today's market. The Monticello nickel, designed by Felix Schlag, features the profile of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and an image of Monticello on the reverse. Minted from 1938 until 2003, this nickel has a storied history that reflects America's heritage. The 1954 version of this nickel is particularly interesting due to its unique characteristics and the factors that influence its market value. Coins are often graded based on their condition, which can significantly affect their value. The 1954 nickel without a mint mark was produced in Philadelphia. If you have one in very good condition, it's worth taking a closer look. Very good condition means the coin is still identifiable, but it may show wear, with the design being somewhat faded. Still, this condition can fetch impressive prices. But what can you expect in terms of value? As of today, the 1954 Monticello nickel without a mint mark can range from $600,000 in very good condition, depending on the demand in the market and where you're selling it. However, if you have a specimen that's in excellent condition, it could be worth significantly more, potentially hundreds of dollars. Some collectors are willing to pay top dollar for well-preserved coins, especially if they have unique characteristics or provenance. The 1954 Monticello nickel without a mint mark is more than just a piece of currency, it's a collectible that can hold significant value. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting, this nickel is worth keeping an eye on. Next up, the 1964 Monticello Jefferson nickel with a D mint mark. You won't believe the value these coins can hold in today's market. First, let's take a closer look at the coin itself. The Jefferson nickel, featuring a portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and Monticello on the reverse, was first minted in 1938. By 1964, this nickel continued to be a staple in American currency. However, not all 1964 nickels are created equal. The D mint mark indicates that this particular nickel was minted in Denver. While many 1964 nickels are fairly common, the D mint mark variety has some interesting characteristics that collectors are willing to pay big bucks for, especially in certain conditions. In circulated condition, a typical 1964 Jefferson nickel with a D mint mark is worth $300,000. However, in uncirculated or high-grade condition, the value skyrockets. Currently, these coins can fetch anywhere from $890,000 depending on their quality. Another aspect that can significantly impact value is the color and surface condition of the coin. Look for nickels that exhibit a bright, lustrous appearance, often referred to as full steps on the Monticello building. A well-preserved nickel with vibrant color can attract serious collectors and investors alike. If you're looking to buy or sell a 1964 Monticello Jefferson nickel, consider reputable online platforms like eBay or specialized coin auction sites. Additionally, local coin shops or coin shows can be great venues to find collectors interested in these coins. Thanks for joining us today. If you enjoyed learning about the 1964 Monticello Jefferson nickel with a D mint mark, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe for more coin collecting tips, and drop a comment below if you have any questions or if you found one of these nickels yourself.